Monkey and I have been building with these blocks. Just a reminder that I think block building is one of the most important things you can do in mathematics. Building with blocks here, today we're going to be building with numbers, and I think there's a pretty good connection between the two of them. So we're going to put our blocks away for now so we can build the numbers instead, but if you've got blocks at home, maybe even keep them out during the lesson. So today will be a review, and we're going to be talking about mental math and some of the things we know and increasing that with larger numbers so you can kind of see how we can apply things we've learned in the past to things we're going to be needing as we go forward. Now, if you were not with me for level 3 and level 2, students may need to take this a little more slowly, which is fine. You can always pause the video at any time you need. We're going to start with 26 plus 9. A lot of you can just do that mentally, but for those of you who are still working on that kind of thing, you could think about this 9 as being really close to what friendly number? That's right, it's really close to 10. So you could think about this as 25 plus 10. And what answer do we get for that? Good job, 35. Now, we're working just with the ones, but let's take that up to thousands. What do you think? Can we do it? Yeah. So remember how I said that when we're building larger numbers, whatever is on the other side of the comma, the left side of the comma, we still just call it what it is. So how about we put a 26 here, but we want to say 26,000. Let's do the same thing with the 9. 9,000. Based on the fact that we already know that 26 plus 9 is 35, I think you know what answer goes here, but hold on a second because I want to have you look at something with me, okay? Let's really identify that what we're talking about based on these 3 zeros is thousands. Can I abbreviate it to thous? I'll spit it in. I'm gonna run out of room. Okay, so these zeros, we're talking about 26 thousands, and likewise, we're adding that to 9 thousands. This time I really am just gonna abbreviate it. Thou. So when we come to our answer and we say 26 plus 9 equals 35, we remember that we're not talking about ones, but we're talking about thousands. Really doing some work with the number words here can be very helpful in making sure that we understand the concept and the place value of what we're discussing. Where do you think I'm going to go next? We got thousands. Oh, that's true. We could do 100,000s, or we can move to the next direction. You got it. Let's do, if I do millions, like some of you just said, millions, what do I need to write after my 26 if I'm talking about millions? Good. We need 6 zeros that come after the number, and we'll separate those out by commas. We just 3 zeros together, separated by a comma. So now I've got the number 26 million. We'll do the same thing with the 9. 9 million. Whoa, that's a lot, right? Squeeze that in there. I'll have you do the same thing. If you are working on a whiteboard at home or with paper, now write the word million. So we'll show how many millions are we talking about. We're talking about 26 of them. Go ahead and write that out. If you're using cursive, you know I love for you to use cursive. 26 millions, and over here, we've got 9 of them. We're in the millions. We don't really say 9 millions. We say 9 million. So we can get rid of that S too. So when we put them together, we know that 26 plus 9 equals 35. But in this case, we've got 35 million. We know that the 35 has to be followed by what? That's right, all 6 of those zeros. 35 million. We're talking about place value there, okay? Well, let's don't stop there. You're doing a pretty good job, so let's go on. Okay, this time we've changed our sign of operation. We went from addition to subtraction, 26 minus 9. In this case, if I want to think of my 9 as a 10, I'm adding something to it. I'm adding a 10. So we could think of 27 minus 10. What does that equal? Good. That equals 17. And just as a reminder for some of you, we could make a number bound of the 26, because I know that I can say 10 minus 9. And over here, I have my 16. 10 minus 9 equals 1. I can put the 16 and the 1 together and get my 17. So that's just a quick review for those of you who may not have been with us for 2nd grade and 3rd grade. We oftentimes will just do that mental math and quickly move on. So if at any point you find yourself thinking, well, I'm not quite sure what happened there, you can always look back to your mental math information in your books. Or you can always go back and look at our previous videos. Let's get back on track. 26 minus 9 equals 17, but we're not going to just stay there, are we? How about we get into the thousands? Minus 9,000. Let's do the same thing again, where we use our number words to help us out. So we know that 26 minus 9 equals 17. So now we can take that information, and we're showing we've got our 3 zeros. And our words can help us too. 26,000 minus 9,000 gives us 17,000. It's going to be the same thing when we take it up into the millions, but let's go ahead and show it. Get all your zeros in there. Go ahead and write it in words. Again, this just helps us isolate that what we're working on in regards to the operation is still 26 minus 9, which still equals 17. And then we can highlight that we're not working with ones, we're in the millions. So our answer here would be 17 million. Let's make sure we get it right with all those zeros. Is that the way you wrote it at home? Great. So we're working with getting a bit of information that we can hold in our head and then take that information a little bit farther. Okay, so we've done addition and subtraction. What should we do next? What do you think, Monkey? Monkey loves to multiply. Ooh, 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 ooh. Monkey loves 6 times 3. Do you remember what 6 times 3 equals? 18. Now you know exactly where we're going with this. This time I think you're already getting the hang of some things. So how about we jump to 60,000? And in this case, I'm going to keep our 3 in the ones digit. Now I've got 6 10,000s basically. So I still can concentrate on multiplying my 6 and my 3, but we have to consider this information. So the 6 times 3, yes, equals 18, and really we can be thinking about 60 times 3, right? 180. That gets us to the left side of the comma, and then we're going to include that what we're talking about is in the thousands. If you're working in a math book, you'll see that you continue to get problems, some that are in the tens, hundreds, thousands. I'm going to recommend, unless this is coming easily to you, that you consider doing what I'm doing and underline your zeros just to help you keep good track of your place value. All right, we've done addition, subtraction, multiplication. Now let's do division. All righty, who remembers the answer to 56 divided by 8? If this is not one you have memorized right away, what that tells us is that you want to keep working on multiplication and division facts, even as you're going into some of this higher number work. At this point, I would love for you to be able to say, 56 divided by 8, that equals 7. I'd like to have you know that at this point. So now, how about we say, we'll keep our 56, but really we've got 560,000 divided by 8. We can focus on this part here. 56 divided by 8, we already know it's 7. But we're really talking about 560 on this side of the comma. So we've got 560 divided by 8 will give us 70. And we have all these guys to still consider. So we've got 70,000. So as you can do this kind of work, make sure you keep talking out loud to catch yourself. So if you read, maybe the answer is 70,000, but you put some more zeros on there and you say, oh, that's 70 million. You want to be able to catch yourself. We've got one more for you though. When it comes to division, sometimes we don't have a quick and easy way to go. In this one, can we easily divide 34 by 5? We cannot, but we have all these zeros to help us out. So how about we see if we could divide 340 by 5? Let's give it a try. Okay, now if you remember all the steps to long division, I want you to hit pause and solve this long division problem for me and then come back and check it. If you need help, you can watch me. Okay, did you get 68? That is correct. But guess what? We took this 340 and divided by 5, and we still have some zeros left. So we can check it. Let's just round it and check it. 6,800 is really close to 7,000. 7 times 5 is 35, or this would be 35,000. And 35,000 is really close to 34,000. And in that way, we can use our rounded numbers to keep us from getting accidentally into the millions or completely off base with our place value. Wow, we did so much today, Monkey. That was a lot of review, but I had fun doing it with you, and I hope you had fun. And we'll see you back here next time.